So what I've been doing is working round the clock to assemble some of our best and brightest around the state so that we could restore calm, restore law, restore order, and do everything we can do. I haven't heard a peep from Donald Trump, not a single phone call, not a voicemail. He hasn't called me at all.
The president hasn't called you?
Nope, nothing. I mean, he can make all these wildest claims. He can talk about all these baseless sort of claims and allegations that he wants to claim, and he's claiming that he's calling me and trying to have these conversations. It's just not happening. It's just not accurate.
So what do you plan to do going forward?
Hey, Gavin, it's Donald.
Well, we're just going to continue to do the work
I know you're having
that we have to do. And if the president, the vice president want to keep stoking the flames of division in this country, and they want to keep creating this division,
resources, whatever you need, just give me a call.
Manufacturing this crisis, manufacturing this crisis, they can continue to do that. I'm going to continue to work around the clock tirelessly for California so we can restore law and order.
Can't get it under control. We're always here to assist you like we did before.
He really hasn't called?
So just let me know and make sure you can make some time.
He says he's calling.
Well, he's just a liar.
Okay.
That's what liars do.
He's a liar?
That's what they do. I started a podcast.
That's great, Gavin. That's great.
Nobody cares about Gavin Newsom's podcast. Honestly, that was absolutely hilarious. Amy Kozak for you, great comedian.
So things have gotten out of hand. Out of hand in Los Angeles, the land that I live in, that so many people live in, roofs over their head being ripped out of their houses, taken in handcuffs by ICE, illegal, racist, unapologetically racist. The KKK coming in, burning things, but it's being done peacefully. And these people have no sympathy for the community and the people that live in and around this area. It's all being done peacefully and very calmly, taking rocks, throwing them peacefully at the law enforcement.
Oh man, Gavin Newsom's gotta have the weirdest end gesture ever.
Have you gotten
A crime has he committed? I think his primary crime is running for governor because he's done such a bad job. What he's done to that state is like what Biden did to this country. And that's pretty bad. It's a wrong philosophy.
Right around the time that we were walking in here, the governor and the state attorney general said that they're going to sue you for sending the National Guard in. They're saying there's no invasion, there's no rebellion. The president is trying to manufacture chaos and crisis on the ground for his own political ends. Federalizing the California National Guard is an abuse of the president's authority under law.
Well, you know, it's interesting. You watched the same clips as I did. Cars burning all over the place, people rioting. And by the way, we stopped it. We were able to make it much better, but it still looked pretty bad. And in watching clips last night, people were saying this is really a big problem. And until we went in, if we didn't do the job, that place would be burning down just like the houses burned down. They were in big trouble last night, Peter. You know it. And the night.
I agree. Honestly, Trump is right there. He is also the funniest president, in my opinion. And I don't think it's Gavin Newsom's job probably to restore law and order, but he's actually completely incompetent. That's why Donald Trump has to intervene.
California Governor Gavin Newsom is daring border czar Tom Homan to arrest him.
Come after me, arrest me. Let's just get it over with. Tough guy. You know, I don't give a damn. But I care about my community. I care about this community. The hell are they doing? These guys need to grow up. They need to stop. And we need to push back. And I'm sorry to be so clear, but that kind of bloviating is exhausting. So, Tom, arrest me. Let's go.
Watch out, guys. Newsom is feeling macho. Arresting Newsom is risky. Give him 1 week inside and he'll turn San Quentin into San Francisco.
Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I get the joke. That's pretty funny. Honestly, he'll turn Quentin into San Francisco. Wow.
Gavin Newsom. I call him Gavin Newscum. Gavin Newsom.
That's a good one.
No, he's a terrible. He's a terrible.
That was Pume.
No.
That was Pume.
Gavin Newsom. He doesn't like that name, but he is
good hair though.
Gavin. He probably does. Yeah.
Yeah. He is nice.
I don't know. You is?
Yeah.
So good. I don't know.
Pretty good.
Don't take your hat off, people. You never know. Sometimes the guy will take his hat off. He has good hair. I say, boy, you are. And usually it's bald. No, 95% of the time. There's always a reason. Usually a reason, and that's okay too.
Wow. Gavin Newsom. That's pretty accurate in my opinion. And that's the proof that Donald Trump is the funniest president.
Governor Newsom, wildfires have destroyed millions of acres of the state, displaced countless amounts of family. Do you take responsibility for any of this, and is there anything more you think you could have done?
Not really. I think these fires were very devastating. I think the full scope of what actually has happened, we're not there yet. Okay, these people's houses are just destroyed. People are suffering. People are sad. But we're Californians. We're going to push through. We're going to push through. And where we're going, the vision is 10 times bigger than anybody else can even imagine.
Former President Trump has recently criticized your leadership, saying that you failed California. What's your response to him, and what does the future of California look like?
To be honest with you, I try to block that rhetoric, because the words that come out of his mouth, all the words out of his lips, they don't mean anything to me. He needs to use these more, because the future of California is bright. It's so bright. When you really try to look at it, I mean, really, really look at how bright it is, you're going to need shades to live in California 24 hours a day.
Critics are saying that you're all hand gestures and no action. What's your response to that?
I think people are wrong. Okay, they need to wake up. I speak with passion. I speak with fire, no pun intended. And I feel if I use my hands a lot, people won't be focused on the lies that are coming out of my mouth, because I lie a lot. So I want to distract them with my hands.
Interesting. Wait.
What?
Where'd my gum go?
To be honest with you, I have no idea. Would you look at that? You know what? This gum is just like California. It's sticky, it's resilient, and it'll bounce back.
You're a scumbag.
Thank you.
Honestly, the comedians of Valuetainment are great. They are absolutely hilarious. And let's watch the next clip.
How are you? Good to see you all. What we have seen transpire in Los Angeles, California in recent days is shameful. Left-wing radicals waving foreign flags viciously attacked ICE and Border Patrol agents, as well as Los Angeles police officers. These criminals injured police, threw rocks at police cars and officers, burned vehicles, shut down freeways, and lobbed Molotov cocktails, all because the Trump administration was removing violent criminal illegal aliens from the city. These attacks were aimed not just at law enforcement, but at American culture and society itself. Rioters burned American flags, chanted "Death to ICE," and spray-painted anti-American slogans on buildings. But President Trump will never allow mob rule to prevail in America. The most basic duty of government is to preserve law and order, and this administration embraces that sacred responsibility. Democrats like Governor Gavin Newsom and Mayor Karen Bass shamefully failed to meet their sworn obligations to their citizens. They didn't have the courage to do the right thing and protect law-abiding Californians from rioters. That's why President Trump deployed the National Guard and mobilized Marines to end the chaos and restore law and order.
Well said. Absolutely amazing speech right there. Honestly, if Gavin Newsom were able to do his job properly, things would have been much, much better, unfortunately.
Loud line? Gavin. Oh, Gavin Newsom. Yeah, it gets me angry. Gavin, that's the best interview ever, right? Yeah, Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom. So I got a theory, because Gavin Newsom, so California is like the only thing in California that's not on fire are the homeless. It's like, it's just homeless people in fire. That's all there is. Everyone is moving to Nashville, and they're moving to Texas. Everyone's moving out of town, and his thing is like, okay, let me see. By 2035, no more internal combustion engines can be sold in the state of California. And you're like, okay, Gavin, the building's on fire. There's a pyramid of homeless people out front. Joe Rogan just went to Nashville. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Okay. All right.
Honestly, I swear, Gavin Newsom's gotta be the most incompetent. I don't understand what he's doing in California. Wow.
Let's see. Okay, I got something that's going to fix this. No business with more than 18 employees shall have a boardroom that does not have a bi-curious llama in it. A bi-curious llama of color. We're gonna need an owl that's transitioning. The fucking state is on fire and we're broke, okay? Let's see what I got here. I'd like to reduce our carbon footprint. The fucking place is on fire. Our footprint is the size of Sasquatch wearing a waffle stomper. Okay, did I talk about that bi-curious owl yet? Well, I'm fresh out of ideas. You know what I realized? He picks fucking weird, inane shit because it's the kind of stuff you would focus on if you were out of problems, right? Like if you didn't have schools that were failing and taxes that were too high and you can't make payroll and everyone's out of money and there's no more unemployment checks coming in and everything is on fire and homeless and fucked up. If you will all somehow be distracted by that if you worked on the little shit that makes no difference. So here's a good example. I'll give you an example. If you like met a couple and you said to the guy, like you're at a restaurant, you know, and you said to the guy, what are you up to? You like to work around the house? And he's like, I'll tell you what I'm doing right now. I'm down in the garage. I'm doing all stainless steel cabinetry. All stainless steel cabinetry. I'm going full Euro style hinge. I'm going to full extension Accurite slide ball bearing things in there. I got everything labeled. I got them all laid out. Everything's alphabetical. You would think, oh, I bet that guy's fucking master bedroom looks pretty damn good, right? You wouldn't picture raccoons fucking on his bed with a homeless guy taking a shit next to it, would you? That's what Gavin Newsom does to us.
Wow. Just wow. No wonder so many people are leaving California under Gavin Newsom. Absolutely failure of a state, in my opinion.
Why is everyone leaving me?
You know why? It's because they're intimidated by how good of a governor you are.
They're all going to stupid Texas and Florida.
Ugh, don't they know how horrible it is to live there? I heard Ron DeSantis doesn't even wear a mask.
What? I mean, I don't, but at least I make you do it.
Exactly. That's leadership.
And yet, I can't help but feel like Florida is doing something right.
Something right? Gavin, they have no value for public health. And they don't even have homeless people shitting in the streets.
What? What would that even look like?
And they've never, let medieval diseases brew in their cities. It's crazy.
I guess that makes me feel better. But I don't know. If everyone's leaving, maybe we're the problem?
Gavin, that's paranoid. Mass numbers of people flee good, well-run states all the time. Unless you're trying to tell me Illinois and New York have problems.
Oh, come on, I'm not crazy.
The public just isn't mature enough for California right now.
Yeah, you're right. Who needs them anyway? Stupid citizens.
And you know what else? Those dummies are driving up all the property value in Florida.
Oh, they are? You still think I'll be able to afford a place here?
Of course. You belong among your people.
Honestly, the guys have Freedom Tunes. They are doing a fantastic job pointing out how incompetent all of these politicians are.
Hello everyone. It's California's dumb Gavin Newsom. I'm here today to proudly say that I support sorry. I support it's not your turn yet. Come on. You can do it. 2028 is gonna be your year. I do Kamala Harris for President of the United States. For those wondering, I'm not upset that the Democratic Party immediately switched to Kamala instead of having a primary vote, which I would have won. Look, this is the Democratic Party. We don't need people's votes to determine what the will of the people is. Besides, I still have plenty of work to not do in California. I know some of you out there might have been hesitant when Biden stepped down, but it's like Hillary said when she was tying a ball gag in my mouth last night. Don't be selfish. We need to support Kamala this year. Now squeal like a little piggy for mommy.
This guy, Brent Pella, is absolutely hilarious. I love his impression. Honestly, Kamala Harris was probably the worst candidate ever for the Democratic Party. No wonder they lost completely.
As you all know, COVID is still a very serious threat here in California. We will defeat this virus. We're Californians. California's doing great. So good. But while we have all done an admirable job keeping the virus at bay, the Delta variant and a decrease in vaccinations has our numbers on the rise. As a result, I'm enacting a new statewide lockdown.
Even French
I know, but it won't be like last time. It won't even be 2 weeks. We just need 1 day to flatten the curve. Just 1 day. Stay at home. Don't do anything. On September 14th, all Californians must lock down. Mark the date, September 14th.
September 14th?
Yes, September 14th. That is the day of the lockdown.
That's the day of the recall. Your recall.
It is? Oh, wow. Didn't even realize that. Crazy. Okay.
Of course.
I'm just following the science. I mean, I even got this doctor here. I asked him and he was like, yeah, you got to make everyone stay at home on September 14th or else COVID's going to manifest your worst fear like when Gozer manifested the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man at the end of Ghostbusters.
The doctor said that?
Yeah, just ask him.
Did you say that everyone needs to stay home on September 14th?
Well... See? My hands are tied. Don't recall the messenger. I mean, don't shoot the messenger. Any other questions?
What is Gavin Newsom doing? Honestly, he should have been recalled a long time ago. I don't get it.
Why those two groups don't have access?
Well, a lot of it just happens to be that. We can
So
talk
they're
about
flawed?
this. No, they're hardly flawed, but they're struggling.
Genetically
Folks are making
flawed.
their work.
This is one of my favorite clips of Gavin Newsom ever. This is my buddy Adam Carolla back in 2013, 11 years ago, absolutely obliterating him in studio. This is just beautiful. Enjoy.
Let's see it.
I
Let's
want
go.
everybody to plan, look down the road 6 months. Yes, your husband lost his job. That's why you need to sock away some money when he's gainfully employed. Yes, they foreclosed on your home. That's why you need to have a network, a community, friends, family members, money put away.
But think about
Makes sense.
Have the kids.
Half of African Americans in the state of California, roughly half of Latino families, have no access to a checking account or an ATM. Things we take for granted. They don't have a checking
What's
account.
wrong with them?
And well, because they don't have the resources to sock those things away.
Well, why do we have them?
A lot of different reasons, but roughly half those families don't. And where do they
Why
end
do
up?
Armenians have them?
But where they end up is in
Why-
check cashing places.
But I want to
and
know
these
why
payday
those
lenders
groups,
taking
why
advantage.
those two groups don't have access.
Well, a lot of it just happens to be that. We can
So
talk
they're
about
flawed?
this. No, they're hardly flawed, but they're struggling. Folks
Genetically
are making
flawed.
their word. Hardly, not absolutely.
But okay,
not.
do
Absolutely not.
Asians have this problem?
I mean, a lot of communities have. A lot of whites have these problems.
Oh,
but
so
I just,
that's not just black and Hispanic.
no, but
But
I'm
why'd you
giving
bring up black and Hispanic?
because the magnitude is ominous.
But why so many of them?
It just happens to be the
That's
magnitude.
the way God planned it?
Not at all.
Well,
It
what
just-
happened to them?
There are a lot of issues, and that the communities are struggling. A lot
Why
of new
are they
immigrants.
struggling?
A lot of different reasons. Lack
Hispanics
of opportunity.
have been here. Blacks have been here
difficulty-
longer than we've been here.
Well, we can surmise.
What
all
about
that.
Asians? They were put in internment camps.
Yeah,
Absolutely amazing to watch Adam Carolla absolutely destroy Gavin Newsom in front of everybody live on air. Beautiful. I want to see more of this. He should invite Gavin Newsom more often, honestly.
I don't disagree with that. Yeah. But I don't think Gavin Newsom has a gravitas to do it. He's going to have a bunch of guests. People are going to see that he's just this vacuous son of a bitch. And
Yes,
and that's going to be that.
You vacuous, Gavin.
And then a year, it's done.
The point you make about the left's ideas not having logic to be able to last long term makes sense. Maybe it's a great season to start it because there's an enemy. Like podcasting was easy for conservatives under Biden than it is under Trump. Because under Trump, what are you doing? Just, yeah, great idea. Yeah, Yeah, great idea. Yeah, great idea. And the others, I'm so bored out of my mind. And there's, I don't know. Let me tell you. I don't know. Let me tell you. I think this is actually a very good time for liberals to start a podcast.
Yep,
I actually think it's a very good time to start it and see what you could do.
I think Pat was very nice right there. Honestly, everybody can start a podcast, but to succeed, you got to do a lot better.
The governor is now filing a lawsuit against the president. What a joke. Do your job, man. That's what I tell Gavin Newsom.
Do you believe that Newsom should face consequences in a legal way?
Look, that's not my lane. I'm not going to give you legal analysis on whether Gavin Newsom should be arrested, but he ought to be tarred and feathered, I'll say that. I mean, look, he's standing in the way of the administration and the carrying out of federal law, right? He is applauding the bad guys and standing in the way of the good guys. He is trying to, he's a participant, an accomplice in our federal law enforcement agents being not just disrespected, but assaulted. This is a serious problem, and the governor is now filing a lawsuit against the president. What a joke. Do your job, man. That's what I tell Gavin Newsom. Do your job. Stop working on your rebranding and be a governor. Stand up for the rule of law. He's not doing that. So I don't know what the ultimate measure will be there, but I know that in the interim time, the president of the United States is showing real leadership, and we're not going to allow LA to burn.
That could not have been more true what he said right there. Honestly, Gavin Newsom has no chance to be elected ever again if he continues failure after failure.
Oh, did you see the one Elon just played? Did you see the one of
Kamala Harris? Yeah.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
I may not know the first thing about running the country, but remember, that's a good thing if you're a deep state puppet.
And do you see what Gavin Newsom said to him?
No.
Pull that post up, Jamie. Gavin Newsom said that you shouldn't be posting this. That we're going to make it illegal, and I'm going to sign a law. And he said, "Professor, suck on these nuts."
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Oh. Elon said that to Gavin Newsom?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I checked with renowned world authority Professor Sug on D's nuts, and he said parody is legal in America.
Oh my God.
That is more than hilarious. That is exactly the reply it needs.
It
is
basically
what the Dems saying. If we're going to do the parody, we like it. If we're going to be the subject of the parody, basically exposing the truth through a meme that is hysterical in that it shines the bright light on our dishonesty. Gosh, can't have that. Legislate against it.
Thank God for Elon Musk buying Twitter and making it a better platform, honestly.
We passed the sit-lie law, and the idea was put on the ballot by the mayor and the chief of police to reduce crime by making it illegal to sit or lie on the sidewalk in certain areas. But what the chief of police seemed to be unaware of is that 100% of crime was committed by people who were not lying down.
What? That makes no sense.
You can look that up. That's a true statistic. In fact, people lying down is the solution to crime. We should have police going through crime-ridden neighborhoods, just giving out pillows and tea. It's like, sweet, the fuzz is here. I can chillax. I'm getting a foot rub. Good times.
Wow, I cannot understand why there are so many homeless people in California right now, and Gavin Newsom has done nothing to help them at all. What a joke, honestly.
Gavin! Hello, Gavin. It's an honor to be here. The honor is all mine. Yes, it is. I have been dying to talk to you my entire life. You're the biggest guest we've had on the podcast so far. Thank you. I'm welcome. You know, a lot of people have been questioning why you're doing this. Yeah. They ask, why are you getting so involved with new media when you could be spending that extra time helping your state prosper.
I agree.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's definitely not so I start looking presidential. Oh, no way. I've said it before, so I'll lie it again. I'm not running for president in 2028. Damn straight you're not. I don't know how many times I need to pretend like that's true for people to believe it. It's ridiculous. People are dumb. They are. They are truly dumb. But you're beautiful. Well, thank you. I mean it. You're a beautiful man. Oh, come on. Keep going. Just look at that smile. That hair. My God. The willingness to...
Oh, man. Gavin Newsom, if you want to be elected, you have to do a better job first. And you should stay away from the Democrats, the party of identity politics, the party of minorities. They are never gonna pick a white guy to represent them. That makes no sense.
sidestep tough questions and try to pander and grift and pretend like you're more moderate than you have been for the past 4 years. It's very presidential.
Just to come back a little bit, at the beginning, we talked a little about the unique things that governors can do. And just in talking about our politics in general, there seems to be a contrast between Congress, where certain people on the fringes can build a brand and become well-known by doing the outrageous and finding ways not to get things done, not to compromise, and get reelected. Governors are CEOs. Governors have to deliver. So how can governors play a bigger role in leading us out?
Yeah, again, lead by example. And I think, look, almost all the governors get along. I mean, in my 8 years, I can honestly tell you there's really only been 2, maybe a third, but 2 real governors that really nobody liked. Nobody cared for at all. I don't mind.
Would you say who they are?
You really want me to? Yeah, Andrew Cuomo. Complete jackass. No one liked him. And I gotta be honest. No one cares for Gavin. Gavin's just a prick. Excuse me. He just is. It's really disappointing. I got along with him. All of us got along for a while. But even the Democrats, they won't tell you out loud. But behind closed doors, you're like, oh God, look who's coming. You know, they all roll their eyes because. And look, governors are about. I'm sure that'll hit social media. Who cares? Governors all get along. I mean, some of the most liberal. Tina Kotek's a great example. Tina is the governor of Oregon. There is absolutely nothing Tina and I probably agree with politically, but she's a wonderful person. I think she's really great. I call her my favorite West Coast governor. You know, Phil Murphy in New Jersey, right? Phil Murphy and I get along great. We really do. He's got this amazing sense of humor. Again, I don't think he does a great job as governor. He probably would say the same as me. That's okay. But we have different approaches, but we get along really, really well. And overall, the governors really, really are a very good team because we're 24/7. There's no vacation, right? There's a shooting, there's a flood, there's a whatever. My phone's going to ring, and I'm the guy they call, and that's fine. That comes with the job. I don't really get vacation, and that's hard. And it's probably why after 4 terms, I'd like vacation. I'd like to go on vacation, and I'd like to earn a real paycheck in the whole 9 yards.
Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully, Trump is able to solve this crisis in California very, very soon, and hopefully Gavin Newsom will do a better job next time around. Let's see what happens next. Thanks for staying with me till the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had some great laugh, and click right there to watch the next one, and I will see you there. Bye bye.